Just had word in, Gary, that Morwell Racing Club, Balnarring, and also Warrnambool have struck Spud on their list of potential ambassadors.
Don't bother coming, I think was the word. A lot of Twitter action thanks to Villawood Properties.
Yep.
They want my tip of the day.
Oh, and?
$9. I had a $9 place last week. And I can't find that sort of value, but if you haven't a bet, and I'm not saying you should.
No. Just follow it.
Follow it. Race 5, number 2 at Sandown. A horse called Politeness. It's about $5 at the moment.
I have, Gary, and I know you go with the Twitter, and I know you've got some news on that front in just a sec, but I'm a little older and less aware. In other words, not on Twitter and don't understand it. So I get text.
Neither am I.
And what happens with text, Gary, is you get them from all around the world. And arguably, outside of Sir Donald Bradman, the greatest cricketer our country's ever seen, SK Warne,
Yes.
in Abu Dhabi, as we speak, has just sent me a text saying, I don't know how the Echuca Racing Club can be surprised. Spud's never been able to draw a crowd.
Is that Warnie?
Yeah.
From
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
I think, and as a sign of
SK
how big a
Warne.
man he is, I think Warnie he will agree to go to a Chuka
He
Trot
would.
next year
He
and
would.
just pick him back up.
What he'll do is he'll show
And
you
draw a
how
crowd.
he'll show you how it's done, Spud. He'll show you how to draw a crowd.
Warnie's tongue-in-cheek. He knows how I
No,
operate.
that's
not.
nice to hear from the great man there. Now, Twitter we love. Over the journey, we've had reason only to ban, block, or what do you say? What were you? Block?
You block, yeah.
One man who, and the only it's got to be pretty bad if we block you.
You do.
And that is the despicable word we will not tolerate on the Twitter. So that guy got the flick last year,
And has never been seen again.
24 months he got. We've got a second.
It's more than James Heard got.
Our second tool who has dropped the unforgivable word.
The Emily C-bomb.
Yes, and this tool, who goes by the handle Jimmy AFC, at Jimmy Boy AFC, well, off you go, Jim.
Oh.
You go and
The
listen to something else,
24-monther?
champ, because you're not clever, and you're borderline illiterate, and you're an idiot.
So 24 months?
36.
36?
Yep.
Oh,
Have you actually blocked it?
Well, I don't know.
I'll
he
do
doesn't
it in a
have
minute.
purple.
I'm very used to doing that. I've got about 5,622 experiences of that.
Big Nose blocked him, so that's we're up to 2.
No, well, you can't behave like
Can't-
that,
we
Gary.
won't accept
The
that.
family and Villa Woods, of course, who are now on board,
exactly.
they won't put up with that.
Villawood property won't do
No.
that, and neither does the pack.
No,
They'll pile in on this
that's
tool.
it. All right, we need to take a break because next, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Right, Spud? I've got a 2.25 hours in,
Yep.
and I can feel the rumblings.
No,
For those of you who just joined us, I've had the old, well, I don't know how to say it, but I've had the squirts now for 3 days.
Come on.
To the point where I've brought my own flushable soft wipes in.
JB, could you hit a moving target from 30 metres?
Spud, I'm telling you, I'm not in a
Poke an
good
eye out, I
way.
reckon.
I'm not in a good way, Spud.
Copped something last night.
I've got this far into the show. The quiz is next. So I'm going to hand my lifeline over to the beautiful Hose Mary, who did a magnificent job last week.
She did.
I'm going to go up to the disabled, which is how I go. I hear, Gary,
Jim.
you're allowed to on the
On a
weekends.
Saturday, I don't think you are.
I think you are.
No, you're
on
not.
the weekends
I
you
don't
can.
think you
No, you're not.
certainly
Okay,
are.
that's where I'm
You
going.
certainly aren't.
And after that, so 133353, get online now if you want a piece of the best quiz on radio.
Could have
You
just
need
said
to
you're
buy the-
leaving for 5 minutes.
You need to bite on a bullet when you sort of wipe it
Spud,
off.
well, that's why I've gone the sorbets, the flushable moists, because I'm telling you now, it's just no good. So the trivia quiz.
Last night.
This is thanks to Europcar, $5,000 by the $500 by the way.
Words come through too that Luke Darcy may be a disabled toilet user.
Oh,
Not only on weekends.
oh the Duke.
Oh,
See, this is where he's at, Duke. He's a
I
sneaky
see.
man. Sneaky man.
Yeah.